I've done it again.
That's right, I've just bought a wrecked Audi S5. But now you've seen the car, let's go through some of the bad points and the good points. Obviously, we'll just say this is a pretty bad point. This wing's dented. This bonnet's not great to lift. And doesn't stay there. And this is currently my gas strut. And how could I forget a dash full of a few warnings. But enough bad points. Let's go on to some good things. It's got a 3 litre V6 engine producing around 360 brake horsepower. It's all-wheel drive. An absolutely stunning interior with heated front seats, massage front seats, and the rear are also heated. And to top this car off, apparently it runs and drives. Well, that's what the listing says. However, this car doesn't quite have enough juice to get the engine going, and that's why we're going to be using in today's video the Topdon JS3000 to get this car going. The JS3000 is a 24,000 milliamp jump pack that can start up to 9 litre petrols and 7 litre diesels. So it'll have no issues starting my 3 litre V6. So all we have to do is connect negative and the positive, and quickly now, with it connected, we should get a start. The JS3000 also has smart safety protection measures like short circuit protection, reverse polarity protection, and many more. Here we go. Oh yes. Listen to her purr. What a beast. Big up to Topdon for sending this out. Oh my god, the faults on the dash. What a motor. And it sounds insane, and it sounds healthy. That is the main thing, it sounds healthy. So we've got to say a massive thank you to Topdon for sending this out, because let's be honest, it's perfect for salvage cars, but you never know when you need to jump your car, so it's always good to have something like this with you at all times. So this is going straight in my boot. But if you want to grab yourself one of these, make sure you use the link in the description and use the code on screen now to save yourself some money. So don't say we don't do anything for you. Let's get on with fixing this car. So now we know this engine sounds good, and that's what we like to see. As we know, my last project was definitely a lot different, but we can see the slight extent of the damage without stripping it all off. We've got a bent crash bar. The slam panels took an absolute beating. This headlight took a beating, but we've got ballasts, which is a good thing. Same with this headlight, it was in the passenger seat. We've got ballast, and then we've just got loads of wiring, which I'm really going to need some help with, because you guys might know more than me. This car is a 2017, so it's probably got a lot of active cruise and all that crap. It's not just simple parking sensors. From a quick glance, the rad pack hasn't gone into the engine, which is a good thing. It's absolutely filthy though. It's been sat in the yard for so long. But yeah, from a quick glance, underneath, sump's nice and dry. There's a bit of oil residue. Can't quite get all the way with the camera because it's not jacked up. Just on the back of the engine where it connects to the gearbox. Done a bit of research, and this has got 80k on it. Oil filter housing gaskets can leak down the back of the V, so I'm not worried about that, and it's not a major leak. Could even just be residue. So yeah, suspension, everything looks pretty straight from a quick look without taking the wheels off. You know, nothing's pushed back. Yeah, I think I'm happy with it so far. We've obviously got a lot of warnings on the dash, so I think the first port of call before we start stripping the car, I reckon we just plug the diagnostic tool in, see what comes up, see if anything clears. So let's do that. Let's see what the scanner picks up, because these faults are just constantly going through. So here we go. What we've got in engine, lost communication, oh no, that's transmission, cruise control fault, lost communication with turbocharger, supercharger boost sensor I, cruise control, brakes, data bus missing message, pedestrian. I'll be honest, let's see what clears. Okay, so after the clear, we've still got a cruise control fault, obviously. Turbocharger, supercharger boost sensor I, whatever that is. Data bus missing message. Airbag, obviously, because of the front crash sensor. But we've lost the transmission fault, so that's a win. At least we've lost something. Yeah. Okay. So if I'm just flicking through, a lot of it is to do with the lights and ACC, adaptive cruise, distance warning. So I didn't realise, but I guess this car's got a radar. There's nothing left of it, so we'll see how we get about that. But okay. While I'm having a look at this data, tell you what, I'm in luxury. I got the heated seat on and the massage seat. Oh, I tell you what, this car, I love it already. I didn't even realise when I bought this car, it's got a sunroof. That is sick. Class. Look at this poor DRL, still kicking. What a survivor. So that's a good thing that, you know, the ballasts and that, for when we put them onto a new light, should be all good. So if you are liking this new Audi S5 project, drop a subscribe right now, thumbs up this video, because the content on this is going to be insane. It's going to be an absolute beast. So tomorrow I'm going to get this car in the garage and we can start stripping it off. But for now, I'm going to go inside and see if we can start ordering some parts. I've already ordered an oil filter and some oil, because that thing needs changing. It's due on the dash, and it's just a peace of mind for me. And I think I've just found our culprit for the active cruise and basically why the data link faults we're getting has turned up, because this green, I'll pull the sleeve back, you can see green and pink twisted, suggests to me that that's a can line, and that was the pedestrian sensor. God, the camera's not focusing. That was a pedestrian sensor, and it splices off that, so I'm presuming that'll be parking sensors, the radar, or whatever it is that sits on the front. So yeah, gonna have to do some research, and hopefully someone can help me out maybe in the comments if they know anything more about it. But yeah, we'll worry about that later, because we've obviously got a lot more important things to do first. Right, finally the car is in the garage. Let's start by getting this bonnet off. Like any normal bonnet, it was just 4 nuts, but we struggled to get the gun on them because how bent the bonnet actually is. With the bonnet now off, it's time to get the car up in the air so we can start the strip process and see the full extent of this damage. The arch liner's held in with a couple of 10mm, couple of T20s and a few trim clips, and it just pops out. But this thing was dirty. With the arch liners out, that gave me access to the washer bottle, which is held in by 2 bolts and a couple of plugs. And while we're here, just appreciate those big 6-pot calipers.
Where's that?
Anyway, now I could get to the wing bolts and pop it straight off. And finally, for this side of the car, with the wing off, I could get to the hinges, disconnect the actuators and unbolt them from the car. And it was exactly the same for the other side. The only difference is I had to remove this mangled light. And there we go, one half stripped Audi S5, wings off, bonnet hinges off, both sides. We can see what we're working with now, and then tomorrow we're getting this rad pack off and we can see the full extent. So to make a start on the front end, I start by removing the mashed up grille, the lock carrier, the airbox and the crash bar. I could then move my attention towards the rad pack, starting with the air condenser and intercooler, and then removing most of the wiring along the top. It was then just the water hoses at the top of the rad, and the one at the bottom, of course, gave me a bit of a fight. But we managed it in the end. And there we go, we have the front end finally off the S5. So we've got a slam panel on order for the front of the S5. Now let me show you the radiator, because I really thought we got away with it, but let me show you this. From a quick glance, the radiator does look fine, there's no holes in it. But we did lose coolant, as there's a coolant light on the dash and there was barely anything in it. From a quick look, you can just see here, hang on, where is it? Here, look at that. It's cracked just by the pipe all the way down. So, oh yeah, I don't want to plastic weld that. So let's get a new radiator on order, but the fan itself looks good. I was wrong, the fan did have a bit of damage, but luckily for me, nothing a little bit of plastic welding couldn't sort out. So after fixing my fan, turn my attention back to the front end of the car, and you might remember we had a code for the turbo, something to do with lost connection, with some sensor. I think I've just found it. So on this boost pipe, this sensor here, I noticed a small wire broken. So that's a good thing, because the pin is still in there. We can back the pin out, fix the wire, and fingers crossed that will solve our issue. And that is where we're going to leave today's video. We know what's wrong with the car. We've ordered some parts. So in the next video, we can get started on repairing it and getting it one step closer to being back on the road. But if you are looking forward to this series, make sure you subscribe, because it really is going to help out. And any VAG, Audi, VW specialists can help me out in the comments. Let me know, because I know the wiring with the radar and stuff is going to be a big thing. But yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.